can ask the ref to make sure.
If you could, because I remember last time that they don't put time limits on the grand finals, but I understand otherwise. This is good to know. And actually, they're off, according to my screen. I want to make sure now, for this race, I want to make sure that we're actually all on the same page here. I could post a CAGR link in chat. CAGR link. Commentators booth. And you guys let me know where you're at. Right now, I'm currently seeing Blue Blimp just went for a purple chest and got a fireball spell. And then there's a green dragon on Bacing side.
Okay, I just right now on my screen, Blue Blimp I have at 40 seconds, and I have Bacing at 45.
Got them at 49 and 50.
Yeah, I was at like.
I've got them at 50 and 54 right now.
So you're all like a couple seconds ahead of me. That's not a huge deal.
Not too bad here.
Very neck and neck. They went down in their first stairs, very close to each other.
Ooh. That was a good call.
Very neck and neck in the pacing, but Bacing Blue Blimp definitely with a better build with the 8 heart containers. Must have found his food shop and that fireball spell.
Yeah, it took a
getting a map on top of that, and checking the splash chest, finding a basic spear.
Basic spear, I mean, not bad. It gives you the range.
It's good for zone 1.
Conduit, and it's throwable, and he still has 5 bombs. Excellent. Very, very excellent. So yeah, let's see. I'm trying to look.
Holster.
Yeah. Oh boy, Elad's crying somewhere.
Oh yes.
Poor guy. So yeah, definitely very good. I mean, definitely I agree with you. Blue Blimp has the better build so far. I mean, they're on par on levels. And actually as I'm saying that, Blue Blimp has a really good shop. Gonna go for it, try to get
that's what I figured he would do, bomb those walls out to buy that ring of might.
Exactly. And it's a good call because he wants to keep the shop for anything else he needs. If he needs armor later on, if he needs food, anything else he might need.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to be killing the shopkeeper this early on, and not unless he had something absolutely amazing. But
well, I mean, unless you have a unbridled hatred for them.
I suppose.
Dark Minotaur death.
Ouch!
Spending a little too much time poking at that Minotaur sitting right in front of him.
A little bit of panic, Strats. A little bit of panic.
I saw a trapdoor, but blew it
Things
up.
can get pretty messy in those small, cramped boss rooms pretty quickly if you're not careful.
Exactly. That's actually why sometimes my policy is if I'm going up in a room like that, I will make sure to clear any ads around, just anything around, to make sure I don't get caught in it when I'm trying.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what did him in. That I think it was a yellow and a black skeleton coming up behind him. He had to handle that, and then suddenly there's a Minotaur charging him, and he just kind of panicked.
Exactly. I don't think he expected that either.
I think Blue Blimp was trying to use a bomb to clear out some spike traps to take a trapdoor, but blew up the trapdoor in the process.
Yeah, that's true. So actually, even though he died, it's still early enough in the race where it's not a big deal. We've seen a couple of good, especially such as Bacing, in past races today. He would be 2 to 3 floors behind, and then suddenly he was ahead. So right now, sure, Blue Blimp might actually be a whole zone behind.
Blue Blimp finding a glass rapier in his sealed shop. I'm curious to see if he'll go for it.
There.
I think he's trying to see if he gets.
Just an update. We are going to go with we are playing with the same time limit that we've been using. So they have 20 minutes to complete a run. If they do not complete a run in 20 minutes, they will get they won't get a win for that round.
Huh.
And then we're doing we're playing 3 rounds.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Blue Blimp come to the shop walls to get some money for that shop, but instead went for the obsidian armor rather than the glass rapier.
Well, actually, that was a pretty good call, I think, only because if you look at it, the shop he got on 1-3, pretty solid shop.
And a glass torch.
He has in that shop there is a titanium longsword, and I think a ring as well. Catch all of it.
You just have to be careful with that glass torch, though. It revealed a lot of wraiths sitting around there.
That's the biggest downer of the glass torch. People like it for speedrunning, but it's not good for racing. Precisely because of that. Pick it up and suddenly races come out of nowhere. They did fix that bug, though.
It's not too bad in zones 1 and 2, but 3 it can really compound onto the existing tendency of zone 3 to give you big hordes.
That's the difference between a few creatures and a horde, like a swarm, actually.
And you know, when you're dealing with hordes, the last thing you want is a wraith that's going to take two hits to kill.
Oh man, and then obviously Zone 4 is even worse.
Zone 4 is considerably counterbalanced with they are very much rarer in Zone 4. You don't get more than like 2 of them spawning on an entire floor.
It's just that when they're there, when they do spawn, they wreck your day pretty hard.
Like, if anything, I think it's actually better to get a clear view when it comes to Zone 4 of where they are, so you know when to expect them.
Yeah, true, you're right. Since they're rare, you have a good point. But so far, actually, looking at on Bacing side, it's actually a very solid build. I just saw a pickup on a chainmail here. It's just very solid. And I mean, that's actually a pretty good build. Lucky Charm, Torch of Foresight, Crown of Thorns for that regen. 2 more kills to get a proc for it. Chainmail, the Titanium Longsword, and the pickaxe. Very solid, I think. Bombs, I feel. And the boots, obviously. Bombs and boots are all you really need.
BlueBlimp got a blood broadsword out of his boss chest, but immediately swaps it out for a longsword.
I agree with that, actually, because if you're not comfortable, especially a lot of newer players aren't comfortable with non-ranged weapons. But he wants range, he knows his limits. He doesn't want to take any hits. I understand.
There's also some we've seen some pretty trolly setups in CoNDUIT in the past with broadswords and exploding gargoyles in Zone 4. We even had one where there was someone had a Ring of Courage and hit an enemy directly in front of them, but it also hit the exploding gargoyle, and that the explosion resolved before the kill did, and it killed them, even though they should have gotten a courage dash in theory.
Yeah.
Like, actually, it can kind of funky.
I think it was fixed because I had that happen earlier today. I was out today or last night. I was doing a courage run, and I did that into a statue, and I didn't get blown up. So I think that was fixed, released. But yeah, it's definite broadsword trolling. Definite trolling.
Well, BlueBlimp just picked up a defense charm. What's that? Is that a ring of mana that he has, but no spells?
Yes, that's Ring of Mana, but if he checks his purple chests, he might suddenly have a build that'll allow him to go really...
Giant Armadillo.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's correct. Just knock the Armadillo out of the way. You only have 1 damage on your weapon. That thing is going to require 2 hits at the minimum. Don't want to have to deal with it right now, because right now he is behind, and he needs to make up time. He's on 2-3, and he needs to go standing fast. Just
he's a whole zone behind.
Exactly, and he can make up time if he goes fast enough. And meanwhile, Bacing just picked up a Titanium Longsword.
And using the bomb trap to blow up that glass longsword. He doesn't want any of that.
I'm sorry. I thought he had the regular longsword. Yeah, no, that's right. He already had the Titanium Longsword, and I got rid of the glass
Whoa, watch those. That was a pretty nasty setup with those Grey Goblins. Definitely the right decision, though, to tank the Wraith damage and take out the Grey Goblins. Those Grey Goblins hit deceptively hard.
They really do. You don't think they do, but then you notice that they do, what, 6 hearts of damage, I believe? Or, 6 damage?
3 hearts worth, I believe.
3 hearts, yeah. When I think 6 damage, I think hearts, whole hearts. But no, there's 6 damage, 3 whole hearts. They can insta-kill you with that armor. If you don't have any extra hearts. Yeah, I heard Fubzo's a nerd too, Midnight Maniac. Yeah, it's, Fubzo is a nerd from outer space, actually. Franker nerd. So, yeah, it looks like Bacing just dispatched his Deep Blues boss pretty easily.
That's but took a hit, though.
Oh, it didn't look like he took a hit, though. It didn't look like he took a hit. He got his boss chest. Maybe he had something
I was looking at BlueBlimp.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah, he took a hit.
Bacing finding his potion right away on 4-1.
Nice.
Yeah, that's perfect.
BlueBlimp fighting
Bacing with an overall very safe build. He's got the boots for the goo. He's got the plate mail for defense. He's got the Crown of Thorns for regen, and that Ring of Shielding for hit buffer.
Yep, that's kind of the insurance. It's just insurance policy, at least.
And Blimp down.
Ooh, I missed that.
He got... Looks like he was pinned and he got hit by another creature. I don't think it was a Dark Minotaur.
It looks like he had to sidestep the Minotaur and just got hit by the Hellhound, I think.
Ouch. Ooh. Man, that always sucks.
Yep,
that's just
was the Hellhound.
If Bacing is watching, then he knows he's just got to play it safe for the rest of it.
Oh, speaking of that, Bacing immediately...
As I say that, he Warlock teleports directly into a Banshee. But that's what that shielding is there for.
And that's one of the downsides of range, especially with the longsword in Zone 4, as you see exactly what happened. He thwacked it, it went through the, I think the Banshee, went on the other side, hit the Warlock.
Speaking of range, there's an obsidian crossbow, but there's no way he can get it.
No. Yeah, it control you. Range control you in the zone. I mean, pretty much the zone controls anything. You have anything, you control. Pretty much how it works. Looks like he's doing a pretty straightforward run. Meanwhile, Blimp is trying to go a little bit faster, I think. Yeah, trying to get that leprechaun kill. Has an Infernal Torch and some chicken, which, I mean, okay start, especially on 1-2.
At this point, if Blimp wants a chance at finishing, he has to really push it. He needs like a 9-minute run.
Yeah. He does, and yeah, he'll have to go really fast. I mean, as in he has to start taking trapdoors, he has to start ignoring things. He can't really do building. He can't build anything. It really, it can't make his build happen. He just has to make it happen as he runs.
Found a health shop with ham and one full heart container.
Yeah, at
this point, I think he has to just take that health and maybe even use it to kind of tank some stuff to just go a little quicker, because he really needs that speed.
Just hope you find armor along the way.
Swaps his Infernal Torch out for Torch of Foresight, which... Considering a situation, not a bad move.
Yeah, actually, no, it's really good because I'll allow him to at least, hopefully he gets some. If he gets trapdoors, I hope he gets them, and if he does, I hope he takes advantage of them.
Well, he finds one, well, yep, and he takes it.
Okay, we'll see.
He's got no time to even think about it. He's just got to snap, jump into those trapdoors. Looks like as long as that red bat doesn't get in his way, he should be fine.
Oh, red bat. Oh, no, well, it's not his way, yeah, because he has the luck charm.
He does have the lucky charm, so it's not going to hit him, but it can still block you.
You're right. You're absolutely right. He can still block and still be trolling. Passively trolling. So,
Oh, and he has to do this death metal without a bomb.
Yeah, it's rough.
And there's the yellow skeleton summon.
Yeah, oh man, it's a rough phase. But
he's got the fight, but he burned some beads, so he's not going to get any weapon out of this, which is something he's really going to be hurting for.
Meanwhile, Bacing goes on 4-3 and just picked up a Ring of Courage.
Ring of Courage, yeah. Ooh, that's really going to help him pick up the pace. Not like he even really needs that.
Zone 2 and he picks up a glass bow.
Okay, that is the sort of thing that Blimp needs. Some really high damage, high power weapons like that.
That's what Blimp just picked up.
Yeah, Blimp. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Is that's what he meant. Is that he needs that. Blimp also needs one of two things to happen. He needs Bacing the die. I hope not. You know, obviously I don't want Bacing the die. I don't want to wish anything on anyone. Commentator's curse. But he needs Bacing the die, and then he needs to get far enough to where it's a nearly insurmountable lead.
Yeah.
At that point. But Bacing has a pretty textbook Dead Ringer so far.
Yeah, no problem. He's got that taken care of.
Yep. Nice. And at that point, the Necrodancer fight isn't terribly hard. He only has one bomb, I believe.
He does have the bomb spell. He could maybe. He is using the bomb. I wonder if he's gonna. He
has cheese.
I think he's going to do a blood bomb to finish that up.
Yeah, there it is. And he popped the cheese. Good call.
Nice.
I mean, Dorian that titanium longsword for a little bit of safety.
Oh man, that's one of the best weapons you get for Dorian.
Yeah, solid 3 damage long range. It's great.
Oh, it's great.
BlueBlimp on Coral Reef. Zone 2
Red Dragon though. Red Dragons are pretty scary.
Ooh, potions.
And Dorian down to 1 heart. Dorian down to half a heart.
This
is really scary.
Oh goodness. No summons, please. No.
And he accidentally gave Dorian the dagger. So Dorian doesn't even really have adequate protection.
He had better watch it, actually. I hope he...
Oh, Dorian down!
He didn't realize... I was about to say, I hope he realizes Dorian doesn't have 3 damage anymore, and down he goes, back to the beginning, and exactly what we were saying before, Blip now has a nearly insurmountable lead. Well, not insurmountable, but a huge lead.
Don't forget that you can't forget there's still the 20-minute time limit. He has about, I think, like 4 minutes to finish up his run.
That's right. We have the time check right now is about 15.5 minutes, so that means there's 4.5 minutes for Blimp to finish here, and
he's having a hard time approaching those stairs with that glass bow. The downsides of a huge range is, especially with hot poles, walking around on them, you can really easily catch something that you're not meaning to hit and just stand on the hot poles.
Exactly. I didn't like the bow for the longest time starting out because I wasn't that good. And yeah, every time I did it, I always caught coals. I always took damage, just for minor things. Oh, that was actually a very good chop.
Yeah. Titanium spear, heavy plate.
Ton of health.
Yeah.
So now he has more of a tanky build, and I think actually it looks like Bacing just paused, and I think that means that the round is over because I don't think they're going to finish it.
Well, at any rate, Bacing has no chance of finishing at this point. I mean,
obviously,
even world record pace wouldn't save him at this point.
No, it wouldn't be.
Blimp still can maybe pull it off. Oh, he accidentally covered whatever his secret shot there was, though, with that Hellhound Coles.
Yeah, I don't know what it was exactly. But yeah, the problem is that with Blimp's pace, I don't think he's going to be able to finish, though. He's maintaining.
He would need something like, he'd need to find Ring of Phasing, something very quickly.
Yeah, Ring of Phasing and just go. I mean,
instead he finds Ring of War.
I mean, that's totally the same
Ring of War's
thing,
not the best thing for going fast. It's a little extra damage, but it's more enemies to deal with.
Yeah, but I mean, it's technically
and stronger mini-bosses.
Because you have knockback, and you have a spear with range.
He has an arena here. Ring of Courage, that could
help.
It could help, but I'm skeptical on it being enough.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, he certainly has the tankiness to just kind of disregard all the enemies and just make a one-directional push for the exit.
Oh man, look at this.
I mean, look at he's going nuts on this horde.
Swarm. Yeah, look at it. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Hey, so I don't care. I have heavy plate. I'm in a hurry, guys.
Yeah, like that. He just mashed through that horde and he took a whole 1 heart of damage.
He could actually. Could have actually popped the bomb there and killed the deep blue.
I would have gone. He has blast helm. I would have gone for. Maybe he's just trying to save bombs for the Necrodancer, knowing that he has to kind of make that pretty fast.
I think so too, but yeah, I would have done the same thing though, Spooty. I mean, I would have quick strat. I would have gone up to the to deep blues and just won.
Oh, watch the shopkeeper. There you go. Handle it. Yeah, at this point, unfortunately he's lacking boots, which is gonna really put a damper on how fast he can push.
Oh boy, yep. I can already see he's already having some.
But even with heavy plate, the thing with goo is that it doubles the damage before defensive bonuses are taken into account.
Yes, true.
So, like, say you are on goo and you take a hit from a Black Skeleton Knight. That is Black Skeleton Knight is 3 hearts of damage, and that gets doubled to 6 before the plate kicks in and knocks it down by 2. You're still taking 4 hearts of damage if you take a hit, like if you take a hit from a Skeleton Knight or on that goo.
Hey, congratulations, Smoke Pipe. He actually just got the Bolt World Record. Is that speed or score?
Nice.
And I don't envy you. Obviously, I'm sure you understand, Spooty. You've done plenty of Bolt runs. Bolt's Bolt. That's all I can say. What I have to say about that. Very tough. So, yeah, Bacing's still going. How much time do we have left, Dune? I imagine we're not going...
knowing Smoke Pipe, it's probably speed.
Official time, we have about 30 seconds left. It doesn't look like it's going to happen
it's not going to happen.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen for Blue Blimp this
run. Very good hustle, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Unless he got monkeyed immediately to his Dead Ringer fight and then somehow managed to quick strat the whole thing. Oh yeah, look at Blue Blimp. Go, look at him move.
Urgency's on. Looking back, he is just making that one directional push.
I'm in a hurry, guys.
Should have been doing this for the last 7 minutes.
I think that was the fastest 4-3 I've ever seen.
That was a really fast 4-3.
I don't think he would even have time to do the strat he's doing for the Dead Ringer right now. He needs to be doing.
Oh yeah, and he pauses.
Just cut him.
Yeah, there it is.
That was pretty hilarious.
GG. That was a really cool Zone 4-3 to watch, though.
If nothing else, a showcase of the pure power of the Ring of Courage. That really allowed him to just push like crazy in those last few zones.
And if he was a little bit faster, like I can imagine a top 10 run can actually be a tanky build plus Ring of Courage and even a spear, titanium spear, just plow through the whole thing.
If he hadn't gotten like trolled for so long, and I think it was 3-1 with all the hot coals and the glass bow, and having to like spend probably upwards of like a minute and a half trying to find a way around that without breaking his bow,
he might have been able to finish.
He might have had it.
Yeah, he might have. So yeah, they're definitely off again. It looks like Bacing has found his 1-1 boss is on the 1-2. Pretty standard builds. Bright Torch. Actually, is that Bright Torch? Yeah,
that's a basic torch.
Yeah, basic torch.
That's a basic torch.
Finding a trapdoor immediately on 1-2 though, so he's already pushing through his 1-3.
Very good. Taking advantage of that stuff. Hopefully he manages to get out of this. Yep, doing the Batman strats. Love it. I love that strat.
Thankfully, that Red Bat not interfering for any of that.
Yeah.
I know. Red Bat being a vengeful god instead of Ham being a merciful one. Praise Ham, and you think.
And finding his 1-3 boss pretty quickly too.
Yeah, actually, it was really good. In fact, they both have Minotaurs, but obviously, one is on 1-3, the other one's on 1-2. Very close to the stairs. I mean, I think Bacing. That's interesting. I think Bacing is kind of charged. It feels charged after he went so fast. Because he's already on his boss in a minute and a half, and now he's going for a quick strat on Deep Blues. And I think he's going to get it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Blimp just took a trapdoor down to his boss.
And he has Deep Blues. The core ref for Deep Blues. I did not see the splash screen.
Yeah, I missed it myself. He's got Coral Riff.
Oh, really now? Am I behind a little bit? Okay, yeah, I am a tad bit behind.
Well, I've got the Khadgar up on my desktop, and I have Elad's channel up on my laptop.
Wait, I'm doing I'm doing the Khadgar on. I'm gonna refresh that stream, man. So yeah, they're pretty on par right now.
Is that another Jewel Dagger?
A Jewel Dagger.
That is a Jewel Dagger.
But he can't afford
he's
it, though.
not taking it though. And he does have a glass longsword, so as long as he can avoid losing that, it works pretty much just as fine.
There have been a lot of Jewel Daggers and Daggers of Frost tonight. More than I can remember seeing.
Yeah, you're right, actually. A lot of daggers. But, I mean, obviously, we've had 16 racers and probably upwards of a few dozen races at this point.
This is true.
Pretty good chances of seeing some of that stuff. Although
but no green bats.
Yeah, I was about to say, because a lot of these people are full clearing their floors. I haven't seen a lot of green bats.
It still is, green bats are still, what, like 1 in, like,
100, I think.
The 100? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was. It's pretty...
I know, they're still pretty rare. Well, we got dueling glass right now. Longsword versus spear.
Yep, lots of glass.
Yep.
Lots of glass. Let's see who break. Hopefully nobody breaks theirs. I don't want anyone to be a runner.
Yep.
I see. The thing is, I'm afraid to say something because I don't want to commentate curse them. I'm just so afraid of that right now. Very, very rough. And actually, Blimp just swapped out his longsword for a titanium flail, which is pretty good. And he has the lead boots. Took out his trapdoor boss into 2-3, and he's going to drop down. I wonder if he's going to go for a secret shop.
Looks like he is.
Yeah, indeed he is. What's really nice, one of the things I like about the secret shops is that you have more reliable
bag of holding, floaty boots, and a glass broadsword.
Exactly.
Takes the floaty boots and the bag of holding.
And one of the things about the secret shop is you almost you have a high chance of finding floaty boots in there. So if you're seeking those for Zone 4, there they are.
Yep.
A good chunk of the time. But I don't know. He already had lead boots. I don't know if I would have bought those. I don't know, Speed. What do you think? Would you prefer wing boots or lead boots in terms
depends where exactly in the game we're talking. I think if I found wing boots in Zone 1, I'd probably pass on them.
Yeah.
Trapdoors being a pretty valuable resource.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
But Zone 2 is kind of the borderline when I'll consider taking wing boots.
True. Yeah, it's true, because you can either get a lot of trapdoors in Zone 2 or none, or a horseshoe configuration.
Yeah, yeah, like, Zone 2 can give you a good amount of trapdoors, so sometimes I still kind of want those. Zone 3 trapdoors are generally pretty rare, so, like, if it's on, like, 2, 3, or later, definitely taking wing boots.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Very good. Yeah, because at that point, you can't really count on seeing any trapdoors in Zone 3. See them, then cool. You know, it's a bonus. Otherwise, no. So, it looks like, actually, oh man, Blimp is coming up right behind Bacing here. Bacing's on 3-2, is kind of taking his time, going to the shop, making a build happen.
Blimp kind of struggling to hit around Death Metal Shield, though, and seeming to kind of drop his beat in frustration.
Yeah, ouch. Definite ouch. Interesting. I do believe... Was it Bacing that had the wing boots and had the lead boots and swapped out for winged, or was it? It was Bacing, because Bacing now has explorer's boots. Not sure.
Going into his conjure and swapping out for the much safer titanium rapier, and also finding a plate mail.
Yeah, it's a very safe build. Now he just needs a little bit more health. I don't believe he's seen his food shop yet, so that's next on the list. I mean, at this point, at least personally for me, it'd be this is the build I knew to go with. I'm gonna go, but it's still anybody's game. Something can happen.
Definitely seeing a lot. I'm sensing some fear that of those ice slides from Bacing. He's like doing everything he can to avoid those ice tiles, and even took a hit from one of the ice slimes up to the north, just trying to get around those ice tiles towards the stairs.
Well, Blimp found at his conjurer's shop. Tried to get some armor. He got the obsidian armor, but he hit it a second time and he got a karate gi, so he just took the obsidian.
Hitting the karate gi is kind of the worst feeling in the world when you're looking for a little bit of extra protection.
Yeah. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at that luck shrine for Bacing there.
Wow, that's a very nice haul there. I would definitely take all that.
Oh, he definitely took all that. That is 2 damage.
That is he is now at a 4 base damage with that rapier, 6 damage on a lunge.
Because holy water, just because. Why not? That's nice. But yeah, it's you know, the way it works for me, it's funny. A lot of the time, I feel as if what the game does on the Conjurer is when you get armor, it goes, okay, here's a gi, and then here's some leather armor, and here's some obsidian, and then afterward it goes, oh, you wanted actual armor. Well, if you pay me $1,000, I'll give you chain. That happens to me a lot. Be really trolly sometimes. That's right.
Looks like BlueBlimp just switched his mace out for an obsidian cat.
Not pretty good call, actually, considering.
Definitely would agree with that. As I'm probably sounding a little bit like a broken record here at this point, but flails on Zone 4 are super flaky.
Oh, exactly. Flails or fails in Zone 4 pretty badly. I agree. I wanted to say, Matt Kirby, your mom's a square. Your bot's a square. Right. Unlike my bot, which has a round, bald head. Ha. Anyways, back to the commentary.
Basing on just wrapped up Death Metal.
Basing, wrapping up his Death Metal 3, looking and finding Freeze Spell in this purple chest. That's definitely gonna be pretty beneficial. If nothing else, Freeze lets you get around the old
and a giant ice beetle for BlueBlimp.
Yeah, actually, it's Spooty. It's actually Freeze is huge because obviously, you go to a bot. One or two things can happen. It's your panic strat. You're getting swarmed. You're about to take a lot of damage. Pop it. Or you hit the boss room, pop it, and you can wipe out things like the Blade Master. Quick. That's right, Matt Kirby. That's right.
Blimp taking a hit on Conga here.
Yeah, not handling Conga 3 the best. Kind of getting caught on some hot coals and having to deal with that Gray Goblin.
Well, he got the
he's,
floaty boots, so he doesn't have to worry about the coals.
Oh yeah, he is running levitation boots. That's not bad.
They both do, actually. They have pretty solid builds. Obviously, both of them having very good armor. Although Bacing doesn't have the heavy plate, he does have an equivalent to it with the charm of defense and the Squigga suit. Looks like he's doing
giving up the sunglasses for the Crown of Thorns, which I can respect that.
No, actually, he swapped them back.
No, take the sunglasses back. Well, I was about to say, even with the strength charm, he does 5 damage on a lunge, which will one-shot golems.
Yeah, exactly. And so I wonder. I mean, at that point, he just took half our damage. That's it. I think I agree.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Especially on a this is a survival race. In fact, we're actually on par. Like, for example, BlueBlimp is now on 4-2, just dropped down to 4-2, and Bacing's still on 4-2, and he's not terribly far into it. So this is a very close race right now. Very close race.
Yeah, Bacing kind of having a hard time getting really any speed coming out of this start at 4-2. Yeah. Although Blimp having to deal with his shopkeeper ghost right off the bat in 4-2, so they're pretty equal right now, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty equal indeed. It's
even
gonna come down.
Even on the build front, they're not that different.
It's gonna come down to a couple things, obviously, at this point. Who survives Deathringer? And if they're Breadbringer. If they're gluten, if they have gluten allergies, they're not going to survive. It's going to be pretty bad. So, but otherwise,
Blimp popping his teleportation there and losing a little time from backtracking as a result.
A little bit, but it didn't stop him too much. He managed to get to his boss room. Too bad. Whereas actually, okay, they're still on par because maybe not even 10 seconds afterward. Bacing dropped down as well.
Yeah. Blimp just barely ahead right now.
The only difference...
Jumping into his 4-3 very slightly faster.
The only difference I see...
grabbing a Frost Charm.
Well, he's going to need it. He only has
getting telemonkeyed Blimp, but it paid off for him. It led him right to that Frost Charm and to the boss room.
You have a potion on Bacing's side. See, the only thing that I worry about on Blimp's side is that he has 2 hearts of health and he only gets 1 free hit. So you better be very careful in this fight.
Yeah.
Very careful. Handled. Oh no! Oh, the cat. There we go. Cat troll. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh.
It looks like he's got Oh, got it. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Oh man, the clench. That's
unfortunate. Popping that Frost Charm right at the end of the fight, though, because now you just gotta kind of awkwardly stand around while you wait for the freeze to wear off.
Exactly, and that's the only downer about having any of the cats, the whips, or the flails. Anything that's doesn't hit directly in front of you, even the broadsword as well. Anything that doesn't hit directly in front of you can cause you problems, just like that with Deathringer. Just like that. All right. Yep, 2 hits into his fight. He had enough bombs to quick strat the first phase. Doing Necrodancer Ray Charles edition. Really good, fun stuff.
Oh, they both have to deal with the glasses.
And it looks like right now, Bacing is right behind him, but it's not going to be enough. 1 more hit, and down goes Necrodancer. GG BlueBlimp.
Nice, Blimp.
You have no idea why he took those sunglasses? Deal with it. That's why Cloudy Dash. Deal with it. Very nice. Excellent races all around. That is the first official win, I do believe, Dune.
That's correct. So that was the second race. So now we're going to do one more race here, and if BlueBlimp wins, then he will be the grand champion. If Bacing wins this round, then we are going to a sudden death tiebreaker.
Nice. Oh man, I hope for their own sakes it doesn't go to sudden death, but I hope for entertainment sakes on our end, sure. Sounds good.
I'm sure Bacing wants it to go to sudden death.
Oh man, he took off last time. Crazy. So yeah, they're off actually. And Blimp got an immediate Blood Rapier. Pretty good.
Nice.
And it's one of the base damage weapons I will consider taking in Zone 1. I'd consider it. Not a whole lot, but because obviously the quick strats, but it's still good to have.
Sometimes I take a blood rapier in zone 1, and then I regret it. Then I think, oh, I shouldn't have taken that. But it's so tempting.
Well, sometimes it's an insurance policy. It's like, in case I get squigga-suited or I take a hit on my death metal, it can happen. Then I have at least something that does more than 1 damage at a time. On occasion. Sometimes. Semi. Yep, that's yes, Lost Art, Breadbringer. I'm sorry. It's no longer Dead Ringer for me, and it's Breadbringer. If you hear me struggle with saying Deathbringer, it's because I want to say Breadbringer. I don't know why. All right, so actually they're pretty much on par right now. They're both about to drop down to the 1-3. BlueBlimp gets to do it first. Has an apple to go with it. He has a pretty healthy build. Pretty healthy build, no damage, and he can take a little bit of damage and heal up a bit. But you can't really say for sure, obviously, right now. Meanwhile, we're rocking a base torch. Oh boy!
And 4 bombs.
Uh-oh. Red Dragon. Yep, please, Squig it, please. Who is that guy? Why is he even on here? Getting a Leprechaun done on Blimp's side. It's actually a pretty good idea to get that now. That way, going into your boss fight, you get a better weapon.
There's everybody in chat. Laugh at the bald guy.
Yep. Look at the bald guy. Ha.
Unfortunately, his first boss being Coral Riff, it's a little harder to do quickly without a throwable, and it looks like he's just opting to fight it normally rather than do the push forward and bomb him.
And that's why I prefer to have the dagger. I mean, it's one of the... I mentioned that the blood rapier is something I consider. Maybe if I didn't have a bomb the entire time, but for a fight like this, I would not... I'd keep the dagger the entire way. He had 5 bombs, he could have been done 10 seconds ago. Thank you, Yoshi. Thank you. What is even Squega? It's interesting. Squega is just a mix between Squaresoft and Sega. That's all it is. And I didn't know this, but I guess it's an engineering term. Squegging. Doesn't sound right, but it actually means to oscillate. Oscillation of like a sound wave or something.
Oh, Bacing finding an obsidian from his first boss chest. That's pretty
nice. Rare. And meanwhile, getting an obsidian longsword on Blimp's side, he actually had a choice between a torch and a jewel dagger. Pretty good. I almost would have, personally, I probably would have gone with the jewel dagger because I'm more comfortable with the lack of range. It does depend on your on how you feel about it, your comfort level with it, because at that point you have 5 base damage.
But 5 is the magic number for later game with the Goo Golems having 5 HP.
Yeah, like the Dark Minotaur right there, 1 hit. You know, 1 hit everything, 2 hit a dragon. And yeah, pretty on par builds. They are still at risk of dying, though. I'm very cautious about that.
Yeah, definitely. No, we're not seeing any armor or any extra hearts or anything. Yeah. So
they both
still very bare bones on the defensive front.
But I would still like to see somebody, going with a build where it's a jeweled dagger, a karate gi, and a glass jaw.
That would be. That'd be too clinch. I don't know, in the race, everybody would be having heart attacks. I guess what would happen.
I'm not necessarily saying in a race. I just want to see somebody run that build.
I'm sure somebody has at some point.
Yeah.
Love to see it, though. All right, so...
what would that be, 20 damage?
Oh, speaking of armor, though...
Oh, there's a Squega suit.
Beep!
And he's got a bomb for it.
Oh, I was going to say, watch out for that Black Skeleton Knight. There you go. Woo!
Takes the blast helm for the bombs, but then switches back to the Crown of Thorns.
And yeah. I think that's a completely fair call to make. He has all the bombs he needs for the end game.
Yeah.
And he's got decent defense, but he's still kind of lacking on the overall heart containment front. So that regen will really help him out.
That's. That situation, that is definitely
yeah, that is
the right call to
unfortunately
make.
he gave up a chance to find boots from his shopkeeper by killing them right there. So if he wants boots, he's gonna have to find his conjurer, most likely.
Yeah.
Or luck out and find a chest.
Those are those are fighting words, Cloudy Dash. I'm sorry. You make me cry. Or like the Resident Sleeper suit. I try. But yeah, I understand. I absolutely understand. It's hopefully he can find something after killing his shopkeep. He still has. I don't think he's seen his conjurer yet, so he has that hope. Oh, and he was taking a moment. He got an earthquake scroll out of that purple chest, and he wound up keeping.
Opting to stick with scroll need, though, I can understand that.
I can understand that too.
Yeah, I understand that too. I mean, I only want to see it just for swag.
But then is he leaving the scroll of need for the cheese?
Yeah, he is. It's interesting because it's cheese is 2 hearts. Scroll of need gives you 2.5. Lets you not die, so you don't have to actually worry about proccing it. That was interesting.
Yeah.
He's gonna check that for his food shop, perhaps. Bombing
no food
for
shop.
it when he has a pickaxe, it's a little bit of a waste. But I suppose he does have the bombs to spare.
Yeah, I know how you feel, Mudjo. Blood Shovel is so good for the Necrodancer fight, and a lot of people are leaving it. I don't think they're too comfortable with it, especially newer players. When I first started with the Blood Shovel, I'm used to tapping just any wall that I could see, and then without like with the Blood Shovel, obviously you're taking damage. So you have to learn that. It takes a long time to learn that. So I'm glad these people aren't trying to YOLO too hard and they're working within their limits. I respect that a lot.
At first I thought Bacing was going to leave the Obsidian Rapier behind, but he went back for it.
You say that's going up, but personally I'm just disappointed that there have been no Blood Shovel Miner's Cap builds.
Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, man.
Can you even survive that build?
Yeah, it's totally doable. You might need a little tankiness, and you need to be kind of careful, but it's doable.
A little, a potion, a scroll of need, 10 hearts, a ham, 2 hams, 5 hams.
I ran it a couple times in my 100 cadence streak.
Oh, really? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, man. But exactly, yeah. She said, like, if they didn't feel comfortable with it, I respect that. But otherwise, it's something they should learn to do very quickly. Blood Shovel is very, very good in general. Period.
That's definitely something you'll see everyone going for Blood Shovel when you're looking at Condor level.
Yep, Condor level. You want the Blood Shovel. Anything you could find, even like anything to dig that stage out. Anything to dig that. It's even faster than the bomb.
Well, yeah, Blood Shovel is definitely preferable because you don't have to sit around waiting for the bombs to go off, and bombing. When you bomb the Necrodancer loose, if you bomb him, that triggers an immediate teleport from him. But if you dig him out, then he stays stationary for that 1 beat, and that lets you get a free hit on him right off the bat. It's going to save a little time.
And the only thing you have to do at that point is you don't even have to save bombs up. You may want to save 1 bomb up, because what you do is you go up the stage, plant a bomb, dig, then move out of the way. You knock out the stage, knock out the mummies. Other than that, you don't really need it, though. It's not required, and it saves a ton of time. And obviously, it saves time because you don't have to find the bombs either. You don't have to go back and say, "Oh,
Blimp finding a vault."
Blimp finding a vault with a rifle.
Wow.
Is he gonna go for it? Well, it looks like he's passing up on it.
You'll have so many internet points if you do it. You won't. You'll be out some money, but you have lots of karma. How's that sound? You want some Reddit karma? I got some.
Not sure I can blame him though. Like I've mentioned before, rifle can be really scary with warlocks. You can suddenly find yourself teleporting across full maps into pretty big hordes.
Exactly. Oh man, it's rough. Rough when you somehow manage to shoot across the map and then suddenly you're next to a blue dragon and a bunch of creatures and you can't get out.
With like say the blunderbuss, at least you still have the option of treating it like a 2 damage dagger. But rifle.
The 1 damage
when it's
dagger.
treated as a melee hit, it's just a 1 damage dagger. It's pretty hard to work with.
It is tough. Oh man, it looks like BlueBlimp is he's done making his build. He's moving. He had an option. He had the option to go after a whole bunch of other items, like go back to the shop, try to find some more items, but now he's done. He's made his build.
Yeah, BlueBlimp is he's got his build. He is pushing hard.
Yeah, if he's putting the pressure, on Bacing right now. Bacing's on his 3-3 boss, and he has the stronger... Well, take that back. He doesn't really have the stronger build, per se, because he doesn't have a good armor and no boots. But other than that, like, Bacing has a pretty strong build anyways. And I think right now, Blimp has the faster build.
Yep, well, yeah, he's going into his Dead Ringer right now.
There we go.
And, well, Bacing is just jumping into his Zone 4. And he's got 11 bombs, so no problem with skipping the first part of the Necrodancer fight.
Bacing just picked up
getting kind of swarmed with Skeleton Riders, though. That's 3, like, off the bat that we've already seen.
Oh, that was...
nice use of the shield.
That was
really smooth.
That was good. That along with, like, popping your food at the same time to proc it for invincibility, those are so swaggy.
Yeah, that was just in the nick of the time.
I thought for sure he was
right as he was hitting him.
I thought for sure he was going to die.
He has the defense. He had the defense to take 1 charge from the Dead Ringer.
Well, yeah, but you know, at that point, by the time you take a hit from Dead Ringer, it's panic strat time.
Definitely.
It's very easy to take another hit. All right, here we go. Hopefully, nobody gets dunked. This is actually one of the faster times of tonight. The fastest time was 9.
He has a Frost Charm, so could actually, if Cadence takes a hit, he actually has a pretty easy fight for a while after, because everything's going to be frozen. Everything other than the Necrodancer.
Oh yeah, this is very true. Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
Yep, and there it is. Okay, so now he gets to chase out the Necrodancer for free, not even have to worry about that single skeleton over there, and that's it.
There we go. GG! GG Blimp.
It's going to be it. Blue Blimp's going to take the win.
Yeah,
and that is his second win for the set of 3, so that's it.
Yeah, that is it. Wow. That was great.
Very nice.